G'day everyone, Nick here from Super Cheap CPAP, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how to access the clinical settings on your Devilbiss SLEEPCUBE. And these settings are where CPAP consultants and sleep scientists, it's where they change the pressures and things like that. So they're a little bit more advanced than your basic patient settings. Okay, so to get into the clinical settings, we basically need to hold down a set of buttons to enable us to unlock that. And to do so, we hold down the triangle, the ramp delay button, which is the triangle on it, the little one at the bottom there in the middle, and then while we're holding those two down, we press the on button. Boom. Clinical menu, it says. Okay, so we've now got access to the clinical menu. The machine's going to sound a bit loud. It doesn't normally sound like that. It's just because there's nothing on the bottom of it. So I'm just going to make it a bit quieter. All right. So just bear with me now while I talk. So what we can do now is we can scroll across using this button. And it says we can change things like the operating mode to CPAP, which is fixed, or auto adjust, which is automatically adjusting. We can keep going. We can change the upper limit, so that's how high the pressure can auto adjust to. So we can bring that down and cap it a little bit if we want, if we feel like the pressure is getting too strong of a night time. Or we can go across one and see the lower limit, and we can also bring that up if we feel like there's not enough pressure at the base. Alright, so if we feel like it's suffocating us, there's not enough air coming through, we want to bring that up a little bit. Bring it up to 5.5 or 6 or 7, whatever's comfortable. Just try out a few pressures, find out what's comfortable, and you should be good to go. Another thing you can do is you can set a delay time, so which is a ramp, and the ramp will basically build up the pressure from your delay pressure, whatever that pressure is there. That's 3. Oh, sorry, go back in there. Let's go back across there. Delay pressure to the lower limit, which is 5. So if we've got a delay time of 30 minutes, it will go from 3 to 5 in 30 minutes. So start at 3, 3.1, 3.2, up to 5 over 30 minutes. So that's a cool way just to sort of really get in there and just find a few things that you like. You might be someone that finds that the pressure in the beginning is too low and you want a bit more pressure, so you can increase that lower limit, and that way you're not going to feel uncomfortable, which is what it's all about. Alright, so to finish up, we just press the stop button and we're back out. So we've just changed our pressure there. I'll quickly get in there and show you if you want to run this machine in fixed pressure mode, which some people prefer, you can do that as well. So once again, hold the two buttons, click it, press the right button twice to get across to operating mode, auto adjust, click the down button, and now it's fixed pressure mode. And if we press the right button, we can set the pressure. Now, if you don't know what pressure you need, I'll show you how you can figure that out. There's our set pressure. I've set it to, let's set it to 6. And we've got our delay 30 minutes over 3, from 3. So now, if I turn this machine on, it's in CPAP mode now, I've changed it to fixed pressure. If I turn this on, I can ramp it up, so that's what I'm pressing the delay button. It's delay running 30 minutes. So at 30 minutes, it's going to go from 3 to 6. Once it hits 6, it will stay at 6, which is the fixed pressure that I just set in. Okay, so that's how I've changed that. Now, in order to find what pressure would be good for a fixed pressure machine, you need to use the data. So we can set this machine up in, well, you don't need to use the data. You could use your apnea hypopnea index and go off that as a guide. So to check out your apnea hypopnea index, you click the top button there, and then click it again. Sorry, it says quick view menu. Press down. So press down and then down again. Sorry, I've stopped it. You press the top right button, down, and then across, and it says 1 day average 16, and then we generally want to use a 7-day average, so 7-day average is 9.5. Now what you could do is you could just check your 1-day average, which is fine. Just go back to that. Where is it? 1 day average, there it is, 16. If we had woken up with it, if we had tried last night and our pressure was at 6 centimeters, and we woke up and our apnea hypopnea index was 16, it's too low. Okay, we want to try and get the apnea-hypopnea index down to less than 5, but if it's around 6 or 7, it's not too bad either. But once it gets above 10, it's kind of not that great. So what you need to do is increase the pressure. So you probably, if I'd woken up and seen 16, I probably would have jumped up from 6 to 8. And I could have just sleep with it another night, wake up and check it out. And if it's come down a bit, it might have come down from 16 to 7. Yeah, you're almost there. Okay, so you can do it that way. Another way you can work out your CPAP pressure, fixed pressure, is if you run this machine in automatic mode for a week, and then we do a download of that data using the smart code. We can actually look at some values. One's called the P95 and one's called the P90, and those values tell us basically, how do I explain it? They tell us that the machine is below that value 90 or 90% of the night. So I'll give you an example. It's always good to have an example. If our P90 value was 10, we know that 90% of the night the automatic machine is running below 10. It basically tells us a great place to start when we're going to fix a CPAP pressure. All right. And to find out, to do that smart code, to get the data, if we press the top, I'll just exit that for now. Get out of that. Yeah. If I just press the top left button, it says smart code, press the down button, it gives us the 7-day average is what we're after. It gives us the string of numbers along the bottom there, there's 8. We write those numbers down and we go to www.intellipap, that's INTELLIPAP.com. And then from there, it's pretty self-explanatory. You basically just take those numbers in and put them in the correct spot where it says smart code last 7 days, and then you're pretty much good to go. So then you can press generate report and it'll generate the report there. I'll probably put a video up of me doing that anyway, just so you can see it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like the video if you will, and subscribe to our channel so you can get more cool tips and tricks from us, and also check out our website www.supercheapcpap.com.au. Subscribe to the newsletter, you get 5% discount code. We've already got amazing prices, but you can get an extra 5% from signing up to the newsletter, and you get to check out all our cool specials that we have on a probably monthly basis. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.